Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. It's dark. Just up early. I have to go do my forensics in Ipsy through Iker, who put through false charges saying I violated a PPO. There was no warrant on an arrest. We've had, I don't know how many hits since we've been in LaSalle, but several. Set up through the LaSalle Grill, 2 or 3 of them, so we stopped playing billiards there. They sent a lady once. She was wanting to take us out to a barge. It was pretty nuts. We checked out the situation, and they sent, it was 1 or 2 other guys in an SUV. That was the fall prior to moving here, after a gunshot a year prior over there with the ex-police and the Freemasons and all of that. And I had reported the trafficking and what looked like suspicious stuff going on at the funeral home, and the absolute disrespect that was done to my husband's mother at the funeral home for her body to present for us to mourn. So I had done some reporting. The neighbors didn't like it, and the violence on our property and us actually escalated. So I want you to know that in Monroe, Michigan, they protect rapists and stuff. Alan Begley did time for underage sex and date rape, drug distribution over 10 plus years ago. I think he did prison time. I've never done prison. Anything that I had put on me, most of it was dropped or reduced because I had had police brutality before. I was young and I was very naive still, and I had to blame myself for part of it. My family refused to look into the police brutality. No one will believe me, only God in heaven, that the police have literally been after my life very solidly for 10 years or so, since I had published a book, a small memoir of police harassment and family abuse and how it was tied in. And child predators, woman predators in the family lines, and that they work with the cops. I briefly worked at the juvenile center in 99 to 2000, and the supervisor and 2 or 3 other men were predators. They had them working around children. One of the children, more than one, actually told me of being violated by the workers there. From there on, in several other scenarios, a couple people I know were framed for stuff they didn't do. This is to protect the connection of the cartels with Monroe County, Michigan police. In Monroe, Michigan, no one will believe me, and now I can go to a forensic test, and if they know someone there, how it's connected with the government, because the state's been, well, at my heels for a really long time, and they refuse to ever look into any of these threats. We've had notes, letters, mail tampering, identity theft, medical records illegally distributed in communities, extreme defamation, constant police harassment. This has even went into people that my husband helped get to work. They've been harassed by the police. My husband has been harassed, followed more than once. They refused him his calls at the jail. They knew that he wouldn't be able to find an attorney in time. They proceeded to drug me up. Numerous other disgusting situations going on in Monroe County, Michigan. And so I just want you to know, as the Michigan people, I'm going to go get a forensic done for a gang of men, and all you have to do is go to Chicken Whispering practices and check out the video footage of all the thugs together. They left a gap in the fence so that they could then trespass our property. No proper warrant. A Judge Iker, a Judge Lohmeyer, and a Judge Arnold are all in on this with a bunch of police that are disgusting. So, the last guy that lived across the road, he was on his porch almost morning, noon, and night stalking me. Always a red coat, acting like he was hiding behind one of the banisters. We're almost an acre away from the house across the way, and the one that's been the harasser, he would do this cornering act because his driveway's by the road. We set back off the road, so he would use this little corridor in harassment. So I just want you to know your tax dollars are going to rapists, murders, and pedophiles being protected. Well, me with a long history of therapy and groups of surviving incest, rapes, stalking, predator behavior from not only bosses, the government, and therapists, family members, and now this. So just keep protecting the wrong people.